Castaneda is about to arrive at Chivas, and Yael Padilla is already leaving, but this is just getting started. There are going to be more moves at Chivas. Stay here with me, we'll talk about it next. And I would like you to tell me yourselves what moves you would like to see, who you would like to know is leaving or coming to the sacred flock. So leave it down below in the comments. Jesus Bernal, and I thank all of you for your attention. Thank you so much for being here with me to talk about the latest regarding the Chivas team. So now you know, go and comment, and we'll talk about it right now. So without further ado, let's start this video with the latest news about the Chivas. All right then, bye. There are still moves to be made in the Guadalajara team. There are still moves. Bye. And the management is working accordingly. We'll have to see if this week they step on the gas for a new signing, considering that the team reports back next Monday, although we can't ignore the fact that the transfer window is very, very long. And if there's a factor that affects Chivas a little or a lot, it's clear that in the Mexican market, they're not going to let go of their key players. They're not going to let go of all these players who form the core of the team. The issue arises if an offer from Europe arrives. Brian, Ant, and Tala, as they would say in English, are game changers. There's something that will totally change their planning. And that's why I tell you that the arrival of someone else is probably subject to that part. We'll have to wait a bit there. Regarding the departures, of course, there are a lot of players to sort out there. El Guti, El Tiva, Miki Tapias, El Dragón, Teumbilque, Fidel Barajas. There's a very large portfolio of possible players who could leave. So, yes, there will be more departures. And the board is analyzing, not the departures. They have those clear. But the arrivals. Now, there's something I love. This board is always prepared. Always. So there are plans. And also, when they want a player, boom, they go for it right away. Act fast and bring him in accordingly. So, I would just tell you all, relax. Will there be more moves? Yes, there will be more moves. But we have to wait because the World Cup is in the middle. And that can change a lot of things, especially regarding the players. That Chivas could give them a chance to go to Europe. The Mexican U20 national team is playing the Revelations Cup over there in Veracruz. In the first match, they lost 3-1 against the team from Japan. In that same match, our guy Vegeta, Hugo Camberos, scored an amazing goal. It was truly a great goal by this kid. And well, from there was an interview at the end of the match where he talked about several things, right? Because they asked him a bit about his immediate future. And among them, of course, he touched on the topic of the team. For me, there's something very clear. He has in mind to stay with Chivas, even though he might not have the minutes he would like. What did Hugo Camberos say? Let's listen to the member of the sacred flock, who has it very clear. He is going to stay with Chivas.
What do you want to achieve by year's end?
I think it's step by step. Right now I'm focused on the national team. When I get back to preseason, I want to impress Gabby. In the end, he's the one who makes the decisions. If he puts me in, there's a reason. If not, there's also a reason. If I'm not in, I'll keep working. If I am, I'll work even harder to keep my spot. I mean, at the end of the day, we have a lot of great players on the team. We know the level of demand there is. I'm really happy that Santi had that tournament. Last tournament, the whole team was great overall, but it's good to see that ES young players are ready and looking for an opportunity.
An amazing goal, you take a chance, take on your man and put it by the far post, but ultimately don't get a positive result.
Yeah, exactly. It's bittersweet. I think the match was a bit tough. There are a lot of things to improve, a lot of things to adjust, but still I'm happy about the goal. We'll keep working. We have a great couple of months ahead of us. The pre-World Cup is coming up, qualification for the World Cup, the Olympics. Well, we're working to win everything. At the end of the day, the coach tells us to work hard, that this won't define us in the tournament, and well, I want to be part of that too. At the end of the day, a game with a loss does leave a bad taste in your mouth, but in the end, we're working for what's important, which is the pre-World Cup.
There is a soccer player that Chivas as an institution has already signed. Taking advantage a little bit, let's say, of this confusion, right? This confusion from Mazatlan, which was left, well, kind of in limbo with the purchase by Atlante. Well, there are a lot of guys who are just waiting there to find out about their future and all that. Well, Chivas has already decided the future of a 21-year-old forward who will, for now, join the Tapatío team. He will be playing with Tapatío to play in the youth divisions. And it's this young man we see here, Anuar Ben Houma. Mexican-American but with Tunisian descent. Mazatlan Youth Academy, already even with minutes in the first division. There he is, now you can recognize him. And soon we'll see him here with the Rebaño, at least with the Tapatío team, trying to show what this kid has to offer in attack, and with the potential to become a first division player at some point. So that move is already confirmed. He's coming, not to Chivas, but first to Tapatío, but obviously with a very good chance of being noticed, and being able to move up to the first team at any moment. There's been a lot of talk about the competition for Rubén El Oso González. For this player who, let's see, there were moments when he came to save Chivas from trouble. We can't ignore that. There were moments when he came, when he showed up and solved things. Do you remember that really bad streak from Milito? And after he put Oso in, the team started to win. But there have also been times when it was tough for him. No player's perfect. I get it. Everyone has ups and downs in the game. But here, it was really noticeable how, in the final part of this tournament, Oso just didn't give as much anymore, right? And he made several mistakes that ended up costing the team. The big debate is his competition. Who could come and compete for his spot? Who could come and challenge Rubén El Oso González for something? And for now, the management has decided that there are two options. One is Miranda, and the other is Luis Rey. Two players trained in the youth academy. Two players who have the qualities for this profile. One like Rey, with much more experience, who already went to Puebla to get some minutes. And then there's Miranda, who's just starting his career. So it's simply a matter of waiting to see them. And let's see what Gabby Milito decides. Maybe one of them could even take Rubén González's spot. Just to wrap up, I just want to tell you that we've been following the Korean national team very closely. You can check it out on the channel. Well, I have a blog where I upload content about what I get to do at this World Cup. It hasn't started yet, but we're already in the lead up to it, and that's it, right? Well, just waiting to see what happens with this squad, right? It's definitely been a very interesting experience, being close to them. Like I said, there are already several blogs I've posted there, and I'll keep doing it, right? Throughout the month, the tournament is on. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with this situation, and with this topic, which for me is a really good first experience. All right, we'll end this video here. Thank you very much for your attention. Keep subscribing, commenting, and sharing. give it a like, and I'll see you next time. Jesus Bernal. Goodbye.